Helvetia is the female national personification of Switzerland, officially Confederatia Helvetica, the Swiss Confederation. The allegory is typically pictured in a flowing gown, with a spear and a shield emblazoned with the Swiss flag, and commonly with braided hair, commonly with her wreath as a symbol of confederation. The name is a derivation of the ethnonym Helvetii, the name of the Gaulish tribe inhabiting the Swiss plateau prior to the Roman conquest. History. The fashion of depicting the Swiss Confederacy in terms of female allegories arises in the 17th century. This replaces an earlier convention, popular in the 1580s, of representing Switzerland as a bull. In the first half of the 17th century, there isn't a single allegory identified as Helvetia. Rather, a number of allegories are shown representing both virtues and vices of the Confederacy. On the title page of his 1642 Topographia, Mathers Merian shows two allegorical figures seated below the title panel. One is the figure of an armed-eyed Genos, representing Swiss military prowess or victory. The other is a female abundant tear allegory crowned with the city's ramparts, representing the Swiss territory or its fertility. Female allegories of individual cantons predate the single Helvetia figure. There are depictions of a res publica, Tigrina Virgo, a Lucerna shown in 1658 with the victor of Vilmergen, Christoph Pfuffer, and a Berner of 1682. Over the next half-century, Merian's abundant tear would develop into the figure of Helvetia proper. An oil painting of 1677/78 from Solothurn, known as Libertas Helvetiae, shows a female Libertas allegory standing on a pillar. In 1672, an oil painting by Albrecht Kauw shows a number of figures labeled Helvetia Moderna. These represent vices such as voluptas and avaritia, contrasting with the virtues of Helvetia Antiqua. On the 14th of September 1672, a monumental Baroque play by Johann Caspar Weissenbach was performed in Zug, entitled Eidgenössische Kontrafecho fund Abnehmender Jungfrauen Helvetiae. The play is full of allegories illustrating the rise of Helvetia and her decadence after the Reformation. In the fourth act, the Abnehmender Helvetiae, or waning Helvetia, is faced with atheismus and politicus while the old virtues leave her. In the final scene, Christ himself appears to punish the wayward damsel, but the Mother of God and Bruder Klaus intercede and the contrite sinner is pardoned. Identification of the Swisses, Helvetians, becomes common in the 18th century, particularly in the French language, as in François-Joseph Nicolas d'Altet's very patriotic Histoire des Helvetians, followed by Alexander Ludwig von Wattenwald's Histoire de la Confédération Helvétique. Helvetia appears in patriotic and political artwork in the context of the construction of a national history and identity in the early 19th century, after the disintegration of the Napoleonic Helvetic Republic, and she appears on official federal coins and stamps from the foundation of Switzerland as a federal state in 1848. Name of Switzerland. The Swiss Confederation continues to use the name in its Latin form when it is inappropriate or inconvenient to use any or all of its four official languages. Thus, the name appears on postage stamps, coins and other uses. The full name, Confederatia Helvetica, is abbreviated for uses such as the ISO 3166-1 Alpha 2 and vehicle registration codes CH, and the CCTLD, CH. Notably, translations of the term Helvetia still serve as the name for Switzerland in languages such as Irish, in which the country is known as an Helveus, Greek, in which it is known as Epsilon Lambda Beta Epsilon Tau Iota Alpha, and Romanian, Helvetia. In Italian, Helvetia is seen as archaic, but the demonym noun, adjective Helvetico is used commonly as synonym of Svizzero. In French, Swiss people may be referred to as Helvetus. The German word Helvetian is used as well as synonym of Schweiz and has a higher poetic value. Helvetian is also more common in Germany. The German-speaking Swiss use simply Helvetia or Helvetia as poetic synonym of their country. Gallery. Helvetia with Geneva. Helvetia auf Rasen, statue in Basel. Statue of Helvetia on the Federal Palace of Switzerland, Bern. Helvetia on a 25-centime Swiss postage stamp, 1881. The Swiss stamps bear the indication Helvetia to indicate Switzerland. Bibliography. Gianni Haver, L'image de la Suisse, Collection, Comprendre, Editions Loisirs et Pédagogie, 2011, 128 pages. Gianni Haver, Dame, Atlantique avec lance et bouclier. Helvetia et ses déclinaisons, in Mo. Gunseth, Nodal, Laval and G. Maire, or Champs. Éclat du patrimoine culturel immatériel, Musée d'ethnographie de Neuchâtel, 2013, pages 274 to 282. Thomas Mason, von Wackeren alten Eidgenossen und souveränen Jungfrauen, zu Datierung und Deutung der Frühhessen Helvetische Darstellungen, Zeitschrift für Schweizerische Archäologie und Kunstgeschichte, 56, 265 to 302.